Hello everyone and welcome to The Empty Kingdom, another game in the hypercomics series by Daniel Merlin Goodbrey. I played a few of these before, specifically Icarus Needs and A Duck Goes on an Adventure. Those are the ones that I recall playing back in the day. This one I think is new for me, and a lot of y'all recommended I check out more of his games in the comments below, so here I am. I really like his style. It is very interesting having this whole like comic display with adventure game elements. Speaking of, we have WASD to move. Oh, interesting. We're going... Okay, cool. Mouse click or spacebar to use items. Let's go to the left and see what's happening. How empty truly is this kingdom? That is a cool effect. The sound effects, surprisingly good. The audio design is good on this comic, which is not something you can usually say about comics. Let's be so real here. Okay. What is down here? We have, like, some cave paintings here, it looks like. Very, very old. With a prophecy? Something that foretells some great kind of doom. They're hunted, then they are consumed by the giant beast there, whatever he may be. We head down here to the river. Again, very cool aesthetic. Oh, he had to like make an image for going back and forth for every single one. Oh, perfect. We can use the umbrella. Oh, it enters your inventory and leaves it whenever you walk through. That's perfect. That's so good. Okay. So if we had just kept going left there, would we have just ended up at the top of the mountain? What's that in the distance? I'm seeing back here what might potentially be a remnant of that like demon lord we saw earlier. It has the same horns, I guess you'd call them. Interesting. Well, I guess I'll just have to find my way back up to the top. Again, who are you? And why are you blocking out? Are you blocking out the sun, or is your hand just happening to line up with the sun above? We'll find out shortly, I guess. Giant skeleton. Is this from... Oh, I can take this. Cool. Is this from the beast that he did slay? Or is that the beast himself? I think that may just be the beast that once was, not the prey that he was eating in that prior image. What a cool frame. This game's cool. I like it. I'm liking this. Let's head to the right. We haven't... Okay, go ahead and explore... bird, get out of here again. No idea what to use a horn for. I guess I can take the... Oh, the lantern seems handy. I would have liked to have had that earlier. I see something in the bottom right that may be a velociraptor. Interesting. Okay. We keep walking and walking and walking through this forest to a waterfall. Is this the periphery of the right-hand side of the screen? And he's looking at me. Is he going to attack me? Now this frog is also looking, but I'm not scared of the frog. Maybe I should be. I've no real reason to know what is or will be in this kingdom. I see to the left a crown on this signpost. Perhaps we can head here to what appears to be perhaps my home. Interesting. Is this my home? Or is this someone who is missing me? No, that's a different crown. I fear that may simply be my queen. I think we can take this little paper airplane to the cliffside we were at earlier and maybe like launch it across, you know? Can I go over there? Maybe I shouldn't want to. Ooh, I called it over with the horn. And he helped, and they went ahead and laid down the little board for me. That's very handy. Thank you very much. Now this is a gorgeous scene. Now this is good. Oh man. What is over there? That's a whole graveyard. For who or for what, I'm not quite sure. This is a little bit funny out of context. There's like the giant legs. If you line up like this, it looks like he has giant pants on. We keep going and going, and we're on the other side. Is this an island? It does appear to be, in fact, an island. I have no way to go across at this time. I think we're going to go ahead and head back to the other mountain and hope we can perhaps send our message to our loved one across the lake to the other island we saw across the way earlier. How fast can I click through this? Oh, you can click through fast. I don't particularly want to. I like watching him meander through. I like this scene of him pondering and gazing upon the one-eyed beast. Let's go ahead and throw it and see if I get a response. I hope I do. Perhaps I'll see it on the bottom of the cave. Speaking of, if we can light up the lantern. Thank you. Is there anything more worth discovering down here? Anything we missed the first time around? And it's wild to me. Oh! Hello! Yes! Shine back! Come to me, please! Perhaps I can go meet them on the other side of the island. On the far shore, where there's no rain. Where the boat can find a steady place to stand. Anything worth seeing over here again? Not quite. Let's go ahead and walk back over to the other side of the island and hope that we can, again, see our loved one. I like the bugs here. This is a very pleasant opening screen to the game. I do also like how they're occasionally showing like glimpses of the crown in like these shots, emphasizing again that this appears to be someone who at least has some claim to legitimate royalty, legitimate authority, some kind of claim to a throne of some variety. Again, looking back in the house here, so many portraits, so many photos, all of one person. I wonder what happened here. Is it just that they both managed their own island? That they both... Oh, man. See, the graveyard implies so many more lives than we're seeing in this game. We haven't seen any real other humanoid figures. We've seen some velociraptors, but that's not really, you know, the kind of thing that you'd expect to make and maintain a graveyard. Does he maintain the graveyard alone? And there she is. And I think we're leaving the island behind. The sword planted firmly in the sand, never once even used in this adventure. Dang, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Honestly, kind of just a little like thing to walk through, to explore. www.e-merl.com. Is that a site that still exists? If I look up e.merl.com, will I find a functioning website? No harm in trying, I guess. Yeah, there's still a functioning site. It looks like it leads you directly to here. We'll go ahead and pull up the screen. I'll accept cookies on the site. Why not? Let's go ahead and pull up the window capture and get the whole thing here. Where is it? There you are. You have some nice relaxing, what's it called? Waves in the background. We can go ahead and make the site. There we go. That filled the screen pretty well. Is my cursor visible here? It is. Perfect. So, this is just the most recent episode of like the webcomic, I guess. Yeah, the debut of our brand new serial. Okay, so he's still out here making comics, which is cool. Here's the whole hypercomic site. Is this the last one made on the site? Oh, wow. I guess I've played the 3 most recent ones. There's got to be there's a lot of older ones. Whoa, these are way old. 2000? Daniel's been going at this for 27 years? That's so interesting. Whoa. And he's made a thesis on, like, that's so interesting. Okay. So basically comics, as I wouldn't even pretend to have read this before, right? But the form of comics is undergoing a transition as digital display becomes increasingly popular mode of consumption. This is interesting. This was published 10 years ago, but comics themselves, like, are still profoundly popular. Not just the physical version, but obviously webcomics and those kinds of digital first mediums for comics. I wonder how much of this he, in fact, could have predicted. Things like Oh, what's that app called? There's an app that again is very popular for modern webcomics and manga and stuff. A series of prototypes game comics. Okay, so he's saying a range of different formats, digital comic, FA canvas, melee page is analyzed. Okay, so he's analyzing the different kinds of digital comics and which ones he says are different characteristics of the form. Interesting. I will read this in my own time, I think. I don't think I can really justify going through this whole thesis um, in this video, right? But this seems like a fun thing to explore and look at. I'm having the methodology page load there. He has a whole series of web comics too. Cool. What's the most recent one? I assume the top one's the most recent one. Solid Metal Override. Can we get some things going? I'm going to close that other tab. I don't think it's going to load very effectively or quickly. It's taken a while. Interesting. There's an unfinished game that was never published. Interesting. Also, Audible Comics. It's so interesting because what defines a comic, right? I think one could argue that based on how liberal your definition of comic is, that something like the Walking Dead Telltale series could arguably be a comic. Visual novels could very easily be argued to be a comic. It's hard to justify, or it's hard to explain why something like Danganronpa, with its high-octane action at points, like, which you never experienced. You're never at once in control of that. You see these awful things happen, right? And these oftentimes, like, single-frame visuals. I'm now thinking about it. That's fun. It's got me thinking. That is the ending phrase. I apologize if that is major spoilers for Solid Metal Override. Interesting. Strange. Love the site, by the way. It feels very, very clean and cool. Much in line with, you know, how most of his stuff looks. The comics are, or the news updates are very infrequent, which I guess makes sense. I can't imagine that this is Merlin's, like, main thing. The brand new cereal. Interesting, okay. That's enough link hopping for now. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That's a very cool little thing. I'm going to go ahead and press the restart button back on the main screen here. I hope you enjoyed that. It's interesting how weird. Why does it start on this screen? Oh no! I didn't realize. This. I thought this was... That's so wild. Okay. When I first booted up the game, I didn't really pay a lot of mind to this, because I assumed this was some kind of social media or an actual message from Daniel Merlin Goodbrey, talking about the end of Flash, talking about how we can no longer continue, like, maintaining the HTML or Flash versions of the games on the site. No, this is in the text of the game. This is about an MMORPG that died. An empty kingdom and finding one other person. Ooh, wait, that recontextualizes the whole thing. Because that's so interesting. All the emptiness around it makes a lot more sense. The dead giant that, again, maybe that was a ritual you had to do at some point. Not a ritual, like a spawning, there's spawning criteria that you could actually fight that thing at some point. Maybe the graveyard had quests in it, you know, and now all of it's gone. I don't know how there's another player in there, but this is a surprisingly somber and heartfelt look at the dead MMO genre, because there's obviously, like, creepypastas and all sorts of fun stuff about, like, dead MMOs. This one is much more sincere, I think. Not sincere. Heartfelt. Melancholic. Walking through something that used to be vibrant and no longer truly exists in the way it once was. Much like a kingdom that has fallen from grace. That was cool. I enjoyed our time with this game and on the site. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, do the YouTube things if you enjoyed the game. check out the description below for more information on how to play it. And until next time, enjoy yourself.